Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. So this is your how does your ex feel about you reading. Now we've done the how does he or she feel about you, and within those readings we're not quite sure whether they're around you, a partner, or whether it's an ex, and I just really wanted to mainstream the reading a little bit more. This was also suggested by a few subscribers to do this type of reading, and I really love doing this reading, but this is specifically for an ex. So this is somebody that you've finished with. This is somebody, I mean, they might still be around you, but notably the word is ex. So this person, whether they're around you or not, is still an ex, and we want to see how the ex feels about you. Now the difference between this reading and the how does he or she feel about you reading is that we're looking at 12 areas now instead of 10. And the areas that we look at is who is the ex in their life right now. That's position 1. Position 2 is what the strengths are of this ex. So that can be a good or a bad thing. In the 3rd position, we look at what their weaknesses are. In the 4th position, how does the ex feel for you? In the 5th position, how do you feel for the ex? In the 6th position, what were the strengths of the relationship when you were in it? That can be good or bad as well. In the 7th position, we look at what are the weaknesses of the relationship. In position 8, we are looking at, well, what is the possibility of you and the ex reconnecting, reconciling. In position 9, we're looking at what's the overall analysis of who this ex is as a person. In position 10, we're looking at what are the major blocks to you and this ex reconciling, your differences. In position 11, what would be the outcome of the relationship if you and the ex were to reconcile? In position 12, what should you do if the ex came back asking you for a second chance? So let's have a look. We're using the Pamela Coleman Smith Rider-Waite deck here, and we're also, as the main reading, and for the clarifiers, we're using the small miniature Handsome Roberts deck. So we're going to put the Handsome Robert deck to one side. We'll use that afterwards, and we're going to start shuffling the cards. So Universe Spirit, show me who is the ex in their life right now in position 1 for Sagittarius. Oh, can't even see that. Need to put it a bit more in. Let me get to the other side of the camera. I'm recording from a different location, so it's always a little bit tricky trying to get things to fit in. What are the strengths of this ex? So what are the strengths of Sagittarius's ex? What is this ex's weakness? Oh, that just came out, so I have to take that. How does the ex feel for Sagittarius at the moment? And how does Sagittarius feel for this ex? What were the strengths in the relationship between Sagittarius and the ex when they were in this relationship? Pull this up a little bit more here. And what was the weakness of the relationship when Sagittarius and ex were together? And what is the possibility of Sagittarius and this ex coming back together? What's the overall analysis of who this ex is as a person? What are the main blockages to Sagittarius and this ex reconciling their differences? And if they were to come back together, what would be the outcome of this relationship? And finally, if the ex were to come back to Sagittarius asking for a second chance, what should Sagittarius do? Alright, so we've got all our areas covered here. Just push this out a little bit. There we go. There we go. Right. Let's have a look at who this, who the ex is at the moment in their lives. They're happy. 10 of Cups. So this person might have gone through a new phase in their life, with the 10 of Cups showing us who they are right now. Because that's what the 10 of Cups is. 10 of Cups shows a sense of feeling complete. You could be feeling complete in terms of your family life, your work life, your friendships, your leisurely life, you know, your social life. The 10 of Cups is to feel emotional completeness, emotional satisfaction. So right now this person looks like they're feeling quite complete, quite happy in whatever it is that they're doing in their lives right at the moment. Possibly with family, could be with friends, could be in their work, could be in another relationship. Whatever the case is, they're looking to be emotionally satisfied and content with the 10 of Cups. What is their strengths as a person? Love. Ace of Cups. So their strength is in, when you get the Ace of Cups, it's all about being emotionally receptive to love. So yeah, this card does indicate, it does talk about the early stages of relationships. It does talk about, I'm just trying to get everything so you can see it properly, because this bottom card is kind of cut off a little bit here. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is their strength. They should be quite an emotionally open person, because that's what the Ace of Cups is. The Ace of Cups is not just about romantic love, though. It's the ability to open up to others. It's the ability to offer support. It's the ability to offer support and nurturing to others, healing to others. So it's not just in a case of romantic love with this ex. This is a case of this person who feels a sense of being able to offer help, kindness, love, support to others. And you can see that the Ace is upright, so that's their strength, and that's a good sign in a way, because you know, I think I just did the reading for Libra, and the ex looked like a right one, but this person is very emotionally receptive as an individual. Let me just try and turn this around. Sorry about this, guys, it's just that when the camera looks a bit shitty to me, I need to, there we go. Ace of Cups is their strength. Emotionally receptive, nurturing perhaps, likes to offer help to others, likes to be kind to others, probably with the Ace of Cups energy showing here. They're not the Ace of Cups in the reverse, which shows somebody who's emotionally redundant, somebody who leaves, somebody who doesn't know how to love. This person really does know how to love. And that could be family, it could be friends, because we're seeing that they're happy here. And the 10 of Cups can mean in any type of situation. Your work, your family, your friends, your lover, your children, whatever it is. This is emotional contentment when you get the 10 of Cups. So they're showing as being emotionally contented at the moment. And as a strength, they are open to love, Ace of Cups, but they're also open to helping, giving, receiving, helping, nurturing, supporting. It's all of those words that come with the Ace of Cups. That's their strength with the Ace of Cups. What is their weakness? The High Priestess. That flipped out and I had to take it. The High Priestess in the reverse. Could be another individual. High Priestess in the reverse. Could be a multitude of other individuals maybe, with the High Priestess in the reverse. This is somebody who takes risks when she's reversed. She holds her own counsel in the upright, but in the reverse she's very open, and she's very this is the card that says, you know, you come out of a time of being very withdrawn from others. This is somebody who's quite loud. This is somebody, when you get the High Priestess, this is somebody who's very quick to make decisions rather than to stall on them. High Priestess in the reverse is a weakness. Obviously, High Priestesses reversed or upright can show as other people as well. So this might be to delve deeper into the darker sides of themselves, sometimes with this High Priestess in the reverse. This sometimes, though, their weakness can be intuition as well, because the High Priestess in the upright is somebody who's highly intuitive. In the reverse, this is somebody who's not quite clear on what their inner guidance is telling them to do. So it might be with the High Priestess in the reverse, their intuition is the thing that tends to let them down. They tend to make the wrong choices, for example, with the High Priestess in the reverse. And I think that the ex tends to make the wrong choices. They tend not to sit and think about things for very long. They tend to just probably go with their passions, with this High Priestess in the reverse showing here. So I think that probably one of the main weaknesses with this High Priestess in the reverse. Also, the High Priestess in the reverse is quick to anger and she gets very restless. So it might be that this person's got a bit of a short fuse, potentially, with the High Priestess reverse. But I think it's more, because the energies show here for their strengths and also who they are right now, I think this is probably more inclined to be that their intuition tends to lead them astray with the High Priestess in the reverse. They're never quite clear on what direction they need to take in a certain situation. Could also be a person around them that's a weakness. And if it's a person around them, it could be somebody else that's leading them astray. How do they feel about you, Sagittarius? Well, the Five of Coins. Now, the Five of Coins, you can read that in two ways. You can either read that you want to support an individual with the Five of Coins in love, or this can mean that you've blocked someone out. So how they feel about you is distant, probably, because the Five of Coins is all about, this card can suggest emotional deprivation, a lack of a grounding in a relationship, a very poor, a very ill relationship, one that's not particularly stable. This is the card about being blocked out or being locked out of a relationship, being pushed out. So they might be feeling that they've been locked out or blocked out by you, or it might be that they feel that they need to block you out because there's not, for them, enough of an emotional grounding in this situation. How do you feel for them? Well, you still feel love. The Lovers. Some of you guys feel that this person is or was your soulmate with the Lovers energy. I think that there is still very much a very intense connection that you have to this person, Sagittarius. You might always be dreaming about this individual, for example. It might be that there is a bond, an emotional bond, that is very, very difficult for you to break with that Lovers energy, because this is your feelings for them. You feel love. When you got the Lovers, you really do feel love for an individual. It's not reverse, and there are reversals in this deck, and this is the only reversal that showed up so far. Okay, so this person lacks intuition as a weakness. Okay, but with you, their feelings are the Five of Coins. Difficult card to interpret. We have to get clarity on this card here, because the Five of Coins can also be a soulmate card as well. It's where you're really connected to an individual. You're still connected and you still want to support them. Or this can be the card that says, well, I feel very distanced from this individual. You still feel love. There's no two ways about it. With the Lovers card, what are your feelings with the Lovers? I still feel love. I still feel the inclination to be in love with this person. I still feel a very strong connection that goes way past everything and anything. This isn't about flighty love. This is about the deepest love that you might feel for an individual. And I think that you guys are still very much in love with this person. What were the strengths of the relationship when you were in it? The Seven of Coins. So the Seven of Coins, to me, this is a good card for this, because even though the Seven of Coins does reference the need to wait and to evaluate with the relationship, it might be a good thing, because sometimes people are ready to jump into relationships really quickly and call it love. But with the Seven of Coins, it says, well, we've laid the groundwork within this relationship, and now what we need to do is just wait and see how things culminate, how they build, what the results will be, to see if anything flourishes from that. So I feel that the strength in this relationship was that this wasn't something that you both went into lightly. I think that you laid the groundwork, you put the work in, because this person has actually, you know, planted the seeds on the bush, and now he's waiting to see what flourishes from that. So I feel that the strength in this relationship is that you laid the groundwork, you planted the seeds within this relationship, and what you were waiting for was to see what resulted from that. So this was a waiting game. This wasn't being willing to rush into the relationship, but just to see how it developed going forward. What was the weakness in the relationship? Well, the weakness was really feeling happiness. And also the Four of Wands is all about a successful project. So when you get the Four of Wands, it's not just about the home. It's also about the initial success of a project. So the initial success of a relationship, but there's still more work to be done. So the weakness was getting that initial success, I think, with the Four of Wands in this relationship. Though the strengths were waiting to see what resulted from all of the hard work you'd put in, the weakness was seeing the results of that with the Four of Wands energy showing in your weakness position in this relationship. So, for example, you might have been with this person an awful long time, And the strengths were, well, we're just going to see how things go, how they develop moving forward. We've both worked hard towards making this thing work, and we're going to see if there's any more that can come from that. The weakness might have been, well, getting the first rewards from it, getting those results in with the Four of Wands, because this is a card about getting your rewards. It's a card about winning. So the weakness was actually seeing the results of whatever it is that you planted here. What is the potential for you and this ex to come back together, Sagittarius? Well, maybe, because you've got a Seven of Cups showing here. And the Seven of Cups is where things are still up in the air. This is a card about dreams. This is a card about fantasy. This is a card about temptation. But nevertheless, there's always a possibility with the Seven of Cups. So I feel that there are many possibilities when I look at this card. The word many possibilities comes to mind to me. I think that there are many possibilities for you and this ex possibly to come back together with the Seven of Cups energy. But I think that things are a little bit up in the air at the moment concerning this. Who is your ex as a person? What's the overall analysis of this ex? Well, you know, this person doesn't look too bad. I mean, we do have this High Priestess in the reverse showing here as their weakness. Could be another individual, yeah. Because High Priestess is reversed or upright can show other people. So that could certainly be a case of another individual here being their weakness. Or they lack the intuition. They lack that guidance system that one needs in order to make really important decisions. They lack clarity often when you get a High Priestess in the reverse. You don't know exactly what decision to make when you're a reversed High Priestess, because there's a lack of certainty here that comes with this card. However, as a person, the Eight of Swords is who they are, and they're reversed. This person is showing us the overall analysis of them is that they don't like to be in chains. They like to be free. They like to know where things are. So they like to know, you know, what their day is going to be like. They probably do checklists, for example, with the Eight of Swords in the reverse, because they like to be clear on things as a person with the Eight of Swords. The overall analysis with the Ace of Swords in the reverse is also, I feel, somebody who doesn't like to be confused. They also, as a person, I feel, see great possibilities in many things, because the Eight of Swords in the upright means mental limitation. So this person doesn't like to be limited by a situation, and they don't like to be limited by an idea or by thoughts. So this person will always, and that's why I feel that the potential for you guys to get put together is the Seven of Cups energy showing here, that there are many possibilities for you guys to come back together. There are many choices, though, that also need to be made concerning this, because I think the blockage is this weakness of this person is a High Priestess, either another person or they lack the intuition concerning this situation or something else within their lives. But this person likes to be very clear. They don't like to be limited in their life. They like their freedom as well with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. What are the blockages to you and this person reconciling, Sagittarius? The Nine of Wands in the reverse. So somebody has surrendered and accepted a situation here. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Because Nine of Wands in the upright means to be waiting. When you get the Nine of Wands in the reverse, in the upright, you're waiting for a call. Or you're waiting for somebody to come back to you. It deals with the themes in terms of... Also, the Nine of Wands in the upright in terms of relationship can deal with themes of intense energy, arguments, great arguments with the Nine of Wands. But in the reverse, this is about letting go of all of the tension. So I feel that there is an element of surrender here. And I think that when we talk about the element of surrender, Sagittarius, really what it's talking about is there's acceptance of what has been and what is in this relationship. And that can only be a negative thing in a way, because this is what's blocking you. So the blockages to you guys reconciling is knowing the truth with the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Because there's no intensity here. There's no waiting. There's no holding on. So it might be that the ex isn't holding on anymore. Because I think that in one way, some way, shape or form, Sagittarius, you are. Because your feelings for them are love. The lovers. If you were to come back together with the ex, what would be the overall outcome? Well, it would be waiting. Funnily enough, Hangman. Being in limbo. And you could only be in limbo. I think from the ex's point of view with the Hanged Man, it would have to be to do with this, the High Priestess. Either another person or the lack of intuition on what that direction they need to take this relationship in. If it's you, you're holding on because of the ex. And because their lack of intuition here. Because this person likes to be free and they don't like to be limited with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So they like to be free. But yet their weakness is they lack the intuition and the judgment to move forward in this relationship. There is acceptance here. Whose acceptance is it? It must be the ex's, because you're still in love here. So I think it must be the exes. They're blocking this situation from happening because they've surrendered to something, because they like to be free. They don't like to be limited. So it might be that the overall outcome is that you're left hanging on. Or if you came back together, this person would feel that their hands are tied because they lack the intuition on how they need to move forward in this situation. And also because their feelings towards you, I feel now, with that Five of Coins, is that there is some form of lack of grounding and also emotional distance with the Five of Coins. If they came back and wanted a reconciliation, what should you do, Sagittarius? Well, it talks about talking. Three of Coins. What you would need to do is talk and to work out a game plan. I think if there was anything to do with marriage here, maybe this is marriage counselling, because the Three of Coins can be where the one person here is the counsellor and two people are talking about their problems. So what you could do if this person came back, Sagittarius, is perhaps work on trying to rebuild the relationship, trying to rebuild the trust with the Three of Coins, trying to find ways that you could improve on the relationship with the Three of Coins energy showing there. Because this is all about planning and working together as a team in order to improve a situation in terms of love. So this is all about working hard towards improving the relationship. So what you could do is talk and communicate and work together towards planning for the future and how you could improve the relationship together. It's certainly a very good reading. Much better than the Libra one. Was it Libra that I did? I think it was Libra. That was dark. But this is a very good reading. We're going to see now why this person is the Ten of Cups. Why is Sagittarius' ex the Ten of Cups in their life at the moment in 2 cards? Why is Sagittarius the Ten of Cups showing me? So the Eight of Swords shows up, and this, now it's in the upright. This shows somebody who feels trapped. And the King of Swords. Okay. 2 very weird energies to show together. But the King of Swords is a person that knows how to overcome an obstacle by thought, by clear thought thinking. So you've got the Eight of Swords showing here, which shows somebody who's been limited in one way or another, either through thoughts or through a circumstance. But the King of Swords, and they couldn't be this right now with the Ten of Cups. It might be that they've ended a phase in their life as well. So right now it might be with the Ten of Cups, it's trying to tell us either, I think, that they've ended a phase happily in their life. Might be that they were trapped by. Now, we know that Sagittarius isn't you, the King of Swords. It might be that they felt trapped by their duty with the King, because he's a fair guy. This is somebody who's very, very fair. So it might be that they're entering a new phase because maybe they felt trapped by their duty as the King of Swords to do something in their life. And maybe they're free from this right now. Or it could be that they're feeling happy because they found a way with that King of Swords. Because King of Swords means to resolve an issue that's been holding you back as well, through mental application, clear thought. So it might be now that they've got clear thoughts on how they're going to resolve, or how they should have resolved this situation here. So they might have been feeling trapped, but with the King of Swords it might be that through feeling trapped they've able to devise with this King of Swords energy, showing here a way to overcome this obstacle of the Age of Swords, and that's why they're feeling quite happy. So I think that this person more than likely has resolved some form of an issue through mental thought, clarity of mind, and acting on that with the King of Swords energy showing there. Why is their strength the Ace of Cups? Why is Sagittarius' ex's strength the Ace of Cups? Show me in 2 cards. Well, the Ten of Swords is betrayal, feeling hurt and feeling disappointed. The 3 of Coins. Okay. So I think that their strengths are forgiveness more than anything. The Ace of Cups can also be a card about healing. And I think it's their strengths are the ability to heal, their abilities to overcome, and also their abilities to offer forgiveness. And I think it's because maybe some of them, this guy or this girl, this person you were involved with, I think that they might have been hurt, or they might have been betrayed. It might be in the workplace. It might be in a venture that they were working towards, because we do have a worker card here, the 3 of Coins. Three of Coins, and it's here as well. So Three of Coins represents ventures that are worked towards. It represents a team. It represents when you're working on a project. It could be in a working environment. So it might be that they have the ability of rejuvenation, of spirit, of emotion, the ability to heal. I think their strengths are healing, and I think it might be because they were betrayed. They might have been betrayed, could have been a third-party situation, Three of Coins, but more than anything, maybe in a working situation or a project that they were working towards, it might be that they were betrayed, they felt disappointed or let down by that. But the strength is that they've been able to overcome it with the Ace of Cups, to get over that time. And this is why I feel that they're showing as being very happy, because there was a trap or there was some form of limiting situation with the Eight of Swords that they've been able to resolve through clear thought and application with the King of Swords. Why is their weakness the High Priestess in the reverse? Why is this person's weakness the High Priestess in the reverse? Because the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Well, I think that they might have been offered. This could, I mean, it looks to me a lot of this is based on work for this ex. They might have been offered a new job, for example, because the Eight of Coins is all about new work, and the Knight of Cups shows an offer coming in. So it might be that their weakness for them is they lack intuition. It might be that they've been offered something new to work on here for this ex. It's really weird, but it's not showing anything really weird. It shows something that's external to you, that's going on maybe for the ex right now in their life. So I feel that something happened in a working situation for this ex, and their strength is they've been able to overcome that with the Ace of Cups energy. They've been able to heal from it, to forgive it, and to move on. I feel that they're showing as being very happy now because they've been able, with the Queen King of Swords energy, showing here whether it's them or somebody else, they've been able through clear thought and action to resolve the problem with this Eight of Swords, them facing into the Eight of Swords. He's not going to put up with that Eight of Swords for much longer. King of Swords never would. He'd always find a way to overcome the obstacle through thought process, through ideas, and through implementing those ideas. So this person might have been feeling very trapped and bound, but he's been able to overcome it with the King of Swords energy through implementing new ideas. The only problem for your ex at the moment, I feel, Sagittarius, is that they're lacking intuition on what they need to do, because some of them guys, some of these exes might have been offered maybe new work, or offered possibly a new placement with the Eight of Coins, or maybe a training thing, or maybe an apprenticeship. They've been offered by perhaps some new work or a new project to work on, and I think that they're unsure as to whether to take it. Why do they feel the Five of Coins for you? Why does Sagittarius' ex feel the Five of Coins for them? Why does Sagittarius' ex feel the Five of Coins for them? Because the Ten of Cups, that shows up again here. So this is about emotional contentment, soulmate relationship. Oh my God, I'm the High Priestess. Okay, I think that they're probably there's two things that I'm thinking of here with these cards. So the High Priestess can be another person, and she showed here, but this isn't anything to do with I don't think this is anything to do with another relationship. I think this is something to do with their own private life, work, that type of thing. Because I'm seeing something ending here, maybe in the terms of their work, and they've been able to heal from it and move on. I'm seeing them feeling happy because they've resolved a problem. Conflict resolution is the King of Swords, and they've resolved this problem here with the Eight of Swords facing into this King of Swords. They've been able to resolve it, and they're feeling a lot happier. They're entering into a new phase. But they're unsure as what to do because they've been offered maybe a new job or maybe a new project or something new that they're working on. They feel towards you the Five of Coins. So they feel, this is the card of poverty consciousness. So they feel a sense of lack concerning you. And it might be from the Ten of Cups. So it could be building a happy, healthy, loving relationship with you, with the High Priestess. They might have been very distant from that because the High Priestess represents somebody who's quite aloof. So it could either be that building a happy, healthy, loving relationship with you with the Ten of Cups, or a soulmate connection with you with the Ten of Cups. This person might be feeling very distant from that with the High Priestess energy. Or maybe in terms of love, a relationship. Maybe there's somebody else. Maybe there's a secret person around them here with this High Priestess energy. Why does Sagittarius feel the Lovers for this ex? Why does Sagittarius feel the Lovers for this ex shown in two cards? Seven of Cups can be confusion or lots of choices that need to be made. Page of Pentacles. Okay. So the Page of Pentacles is, lots of readers read this very different, because I often read the Page of Pentacles as somebody who's presenting something to you. This could be like being presented with many choices, or it might be that some of you guys are very confused with the Seven of Cups energy as to whether this person wants to present you with something or whether they want to propose, because the Page of Pentacles is often a proposal card as well. So it might be some of you guys are very confused as to whether this person maybe wants to propose starting this new venture with you, starting again, resuming the relationship maybe with this Page of Pentacles energy, because I often, you know, and also proposing to, you know, settle down with, I've just pulled another card with the King of Pentacles energy. So it might be that you're very confused as to whether this person wants to propose with the Page of Pentacles, that they want to settle down or they want to commit to you, because two cards in the tarot, especially that turn around and talk about traditional loving relationships where there's the potential of marriage and all of that good stuff, is the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So it might be that some of you guys are a little bit confused. You might also be with the Seven of Cups dreaming, because the Seven of Cups represents when we're dreaming, we have, you know, an aspiration. We've got a dream, we've got a fantasy. So some of you guys might be fantasizing as well, that this person might want to propose, that they want to settle down with you with that King of Pentacles energy. And that might be why your feelings are love with this person, because you're daydreaming or you're fantasizing with the Seven of Cups as to whether this person's going to, that this person will propose, that they want to settle down. So I certainly don't think in this area here, Sagittarius, that you've truly let go of this individual. And yet this person sees you either because of another person or because they're very distant to the idea of emotionally connecting and settling down with you. This person, I feel, feels a sense of detachment. There's a poverty consciousness when it comes to their thoughts about you. Lack. The strengths in this relationship when you were in it with this person, Sagittarius, is the Seven of Coins. And why is the strengths in this relationship between Sagittarius and this ex, the Seven of Coins, when they were in it, in 2 to 3 cards? Because the Devil. Well, you see, this combination, this is a combination often I've read for myself especially, and it was so true, and a couple of other people that I did readings for. This is the inability to let go of the past, but then when you were in it, it wasn't about the past. So it was the inability to let go of the Devil energy over this connection that you felt, because the Six of Cups is also a card that says that I feel a real connection, and that connection, for example, if my twin sister, me and my twin sister are the Six of Cups, we're so close. We are so close. You couldn't get a pin between me and my twin. We love each other so much. Whenever she calls me, I know that she's got her own family and she's got her boyfriend and her child, but she never leaves me out. Now, I'm single. I was with someone for a bit last year, but he turned out to be a bit of a weirdo. So, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. He's a nice guy and everything, but not for me. But my twin sister will always be my Six of Cups, because we grew up together. We're twins. We have such a connection, me and my twin do. That's how I know a lot of these cards, when you get a Six of Cups or a Page of Cups in the upright, that's true, true love. And it's love that doesn't require any type of give or take. You just give and take at the same time to each other. Like, I'll give my twin sister loads of makeup that I buy. I buy a lot of expensive skincare and makeup, and I'm always giving her stuff because I just love her so much. And she'll always give me comfort when I'm down. So, you know, this weekend I've been at her house. I was a little bit down. Well, I wasn't down, but I was kind of like, you know, just in need of being around my twin, because she cheers me up and we chat about clothes and she tries stuff on. She says, Kaz, what do you think? Do you think I should wear this for work tomorrow? This, that and the other. You know, we're really, you know, we're like this. The Six of Cups is like this. And it's the inability to let go of that idea for some of you guys. So the strength in this relationship for some of you guys would have been waiting with the Seven of Pentacles as well. Some of you guys, the strengths are that you were willing to wait and wait and wait, I feel, just on the basis of those two cards. Because this is a fairly negative card, the Devil energy, in terms of love. This doesn't just represent toxic relationships or abuse. It also represents the inability to let go. And this is all about a karmic tie, Six of Cups energy. So this is the soulmate card. This is the card where you are, and you can have any type of soulmate. You can have a brother soulmate, a sister soulmate, a mum soulmate, a dad soulmate, a lover, soulmate. It's whoever it is that you're closest to. And it was the inability for some of you guys with the devil energy to really let go of those chains of a relationship with that Six of Cups that some of you guys were so connected to. And that's why the strengths where you guys would probably be, the strength in the relationship was on Sagittarius. Because some of you guys were willing to wait to the ends of the earth for because you couldn't let go, you couldn't release the chains. You couldn't free yourself with the devil energy, Sagittarius, from a relationship that you felt very, very bonded to with the Six of Cups. This was a relationship that some of you guys felt you'd been in lifetimes before with that Six of Cups energy. It's probably, for me, the strongest love card you can get within the tarot is the Six of Cups, because it's not all about the past, it's very much about the present. But when it's in the present, you really are connected to that person. I know that because me and my twin sister are this card. We are two peas in a pod. We really are. She never leaves me out. If I'm nervous or scared or anxious or anything like that, or down or anything, she is there to the rescue. Can you see how that little girl has her arm over the little boy? This is, it's just beautiful. I just love this card. I just love it. I love the Six of Cups because it really does show completeness in a relationship, kindness, support, just absolute love. And some of you guys couldn't release yourself from that idea with this individual, and you would have been willing to wait until the ends of the earth, Sagittarius, for this individual, because you felt that strongly about this individual. What was the weakness, though, the Four of Wands for you guys? What was the weakness, the Four of Wands, in this relationship for Sagittarius and this ex? Well, I think somebody was at a crossroads with the Two of Wands. Two of Wands can mean a couple of things. It can mean somebody who refuses to come out of a comfort zone. But there's three things in love, really, this represents. Number one, you can't come out of a comfort zone with the Two of Wands because the world is already in your hands. And you say, should I go beyond my own borders? So this is all about having that ambition, fearlessness to go beyond your own borders. The Two of Wands also means to be at a crossroads. What path do I take? Do I go left? Do I go right? I think I said 2 or 3. I can't remember the other one. So that's one of the things here. And what shows up with that? Okay. So I think that this person was at a crossroads with somebody else. You've got a Queen of Coins showing here. Okay. So it might be that the weakness is another person, High Priestess in the reverse. Maybe this person was offered the chance to work on a relationship with this person with that 8 of Coins showing there. So this person around you, this ex, might have been offered a chance to work on another opportunity with somebody here. And the weakness is your relationship, the Four of Wands. Your relationship, sustaining it, building it, growing it, getting that initial success with that Four of Wands. Because I think that this person might have either been offering something to a Queen of Pentacles, or they were at a crossroads as to whether they should go for this individual here. So I think there was another person in the mix. So the weakness was theirs and the strength was yours. The potential for you and this person, this ex-Sagittarius, to reconcile is the Seven of Cups. And why is the potential for Sagittarius and this person to reconcile the Seven of Cups in 2 cards? Well, you've got strength. Oh, and the Three of Swords, okay. Well, I think that things are still up in the air, I would say. The potential is, it's not conclusive, because you've got a Seven of Cups here. So, the Seven of Cups can also mean that something is in the distance, or something is on a cloud, it's untouchable, it's unreachable. So, it could either be that the results are not conclusive. It might be with the strength energy, because you've got a Three of Swords here, and we do have another person as being the weakness. So, it might be that this person here holds back with the strength energy due to a third party, due to lies. Three of Swords is also a liar in the tarot, but this is also a third party, and the strength card can mean that somebody holds back in terms of coming forward again. So it might be that either this is out of reach for the moment with the Seven of Cups showing here, because this person, which I would read as the ex, the strength energy, they hold back on doing this due to a third party, especially if they're at a crossroads concerning another individual, or they're looking at somebody from afar that they want to offer something to here, because this could be somebody from afar looking to present an offer to you. Okay, this could be somebody in the distance. Or this will be that they're holding back due to the problems and the struggles and the heartbreak and the disappointment and the tension that occurred in the relationship somewhere along the line. why is this person in the showing as being the Eight of Swords in reverse? You says that the overall analysis of this ex of Sagittarius was the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Why are they showing as the overall analysis of their personality, who they are, as being the Eight of Swords in the reverse in 2 cards? Because the King of Wands. So I would read this probably as being this person here, even though I could have read it as you. And you can see on this card they're in deep in thought, the King of Rods is. So I would probably read this as being this person. It might be in a fellow fire sign, doesn't have to be though. But this King of Rods, this person that you were dealing with, is really thinking about the future. They're thinking about creating, because remember the rods represent people who are very creative individuals. So I think that this person is very much thinking about creating their fortune. And this is why this person doesn't want to be tied down. I think that they show as somebody who likes their freedom with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. I think that they don't like to feel that they're being trapped or being held back by others or you, because this person is thinking about creating fortune for themselves in the future. They're thinking about their destiny. They're thinking about, well, what is... Remember, the wands are also spiritual cards. So when you get a king or a queen of rods, they're highly intuitive. So it might be that this person is highly intuitive, that maybe with the Wheel of Fortune, their path, their destiny is leading to somewhere in the world. Their destiny is leading to something greater or bigger than themselves, with that world card showing there. Because the world card is all about something that is greater or bigger than yourself, something that's really big, it's successful. It's something that's going to create something amazing for you. And I feel that this person here is thinking, they're deep in thought, and they're intuiting that their path, their destiny with the Wheel of Fortune is out in the world. It's out there somewhere else, not necessarily with you. The blockages to you guys reconciling are the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And why is the blockages to Sagittarius and this person reconciling the Nine of Wands in the reverse? Show me in 2 to 3 cards. So there is acceptance here. And also there is a lowering of tension with the Nine of Wands energy. And I can only think that that is probably the ex. For them, they don't feel as tense anymore, because we've got the Five of Wands showing arguments and disputes here. There was fighting off attacks. Can you see that? Sometimes when you get the Eight of Wands, it shows the arrows being thrown at a person in the mode of spiritual attacks, energy attacks. So we've got a lot of fire energy here, you see. So the Five of Wands shows disputes and arguments. Can you see? I'll show you close up. You've got the Five of Rods. Can you see how these people are on the defence against this Eight of Wands? This person's fighting off. This person might be fighting off community. This person's surrendered. So it could be saying to us, well, the obstacles to you guys really coming back together is because this person is the Five of Rods, is fighting off, communicating with Sagittarius. They also might be feeling in a place of peace with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, because the situation involved disputes over maybe communication, or disputes, or feeling that they needed to protect themselves from an attack or problems or arguments. So this person looks to me like they're in a place of peace in their life right now, because it looks like they just don't want the drama. This person looks like they don't want the drama of the situation happening here. If Sagittarius and this person were to reconcile, why would the outcome be the Hanged Man? If Sagittarius and this person were to reconcile, why would the outcome be the Hanged Man? Show me. Right, so the Seven of Coins. Now you'll notice on this is why I really love using this deck, Sagittarius, because there's the pictures on there. On this Seven of Coins, this guy has put so much work into building whatever this thing is. He's planted the seeds and now he's tired. He's like, when's it going to grow? Oh my God, I'm knackered. When is this going to happen? When are the results going to occur? I've put so much time and effort in planting the seeds. When is this going to happen? It's different from as you see on the Rider-Waite deck. It's very different. This person's waiting patiently. This person's not so patient on this particular deck, which is why I think it's important to use pictures on tarot cards, because you can see the faces. This person's really, really tired. Seven of Coins. And it might be that you're tired of waiting. So the outcome is the Hanged Man, being in limbo. And why is that? Because you're tired of waiting with the Seven of Coins energy. Oh my God. Hanged Man showed again. You're tired of waiting for somebody to make a decision, because the Hanged Man, to all intents and purposes, is actually a decision card in the tarot as well. But it says, if you get, say, a 5 of coins after the Hanged Man, that can show that you're going to lose out on something. Because the Hanged Man finally releases the 5 of coins. So it says, well, the decision's made and it's not gone in your favour. So you've got the Hanged Man here. So you're tired of waiting on the Hanged Man. Can you see that? And the Hanged Man is the ex. So you're going to be left in limbo. Why are you left in limbo here? Why are you waiting? But also, it doesn't make sense to say you're tired of waiting. The waiting card is the outcome of the Hanged Man, being left, things left up in the air. This must be all of the ex here. It's got to be, because it wouldn't make any sense because you were tired. That wouldn't make any sense as a sentence. So this must be because of the ex. The ex is the 7 of coins. The ex has planted the seeds, but now he doesn't really know. He or she doesn't really know what's going on with them. So this person's grown tired. This person doesn't want to do any more work. They don't want to put any more work into this. And I feel that you would be left in limbo, the outcome here with the Hanged Man, because the ex would be tired. The ex would have put the work in, but now they'd be tired and would feel the need just to take a step back and relax with the Hanged Man. They wouldn't feel the need to put any more effort into this situation. So still here, I feel with these energies, you still wouldn't be getting the results that you wanted. You would be left in limbo. Because the ex would have put the work in so far, but then would need to take a step back with that Hanged Man and say, is this for me? So again, you certainly, for me, wouldn't get any certainty or any real concrete answers from who this person is. And the outcome card, if the ex came back, asking for a reconciliation, a second chance, what you should do is the 3 of coins. Why should Sagittarius, if the ex came back asking for a second chance, why should Sagittarius do the 3 of coins? Show me in 2 cards. The 7 of wands is a card about rejection, but this can also be about defense or defending. No, rejection would bring loss. So the 3 of coins, we have to look at that in a different way now, because the clarifier cards are telling us it's because of those energies. See, this card here, 7 of wands, means somebody's rejecting you. So it's because you should do the 3 of coins. I think that this is saying that if they were to come back, you would need to have a serious talk with this individual. The 3 of coins. Perhaps the ex is the 3rd person, the 3rd workman. Maybe this is you and a friend checking out the ex. You'd need to take a very good look at this ex with the 3 of coins energy. Perhaps you and another individual. If they came back, you need to look at whether their work, whether what it is that they're presenting to you is of any value. Because that's what these people on the 3 of coins are doing. They're looking at the workman and they're saying, okay, we need this done. What value can you give to this project? So really this is about you. Perhaps you and a friend, you and a brother or sister, whoever it is that's close to you, talking and looking at, because this is the card about watching somebody's work. How good are they? What value can they bring? I think that this is more about looking at the value. If the ex came back, you would really need to look at what value, what could this ex bring to this relationship now? How hard have they worked at on themselves? What are they presenting to you? And is this going to be successful in the future? Because it could be that they reject you with the 7 of wands. And if they reject you, it's going to bring a great deal of loss. Because you guys are still in love with this person, for some of you. Because you're dreaming with the 7 of cups that they will present you, Page of Pentacles, with an offer to potentially commit. But it's a dream that you've got for some of you guys here. Because this ex, the problem with the relationship was the 4 of wands. Getting this relationship to the next level. Getting some initial success in the relationship. Because this person, Page of 2 of wands, was possibly looking at somebody else. Looking at offering from afar something to another queen. Male or female. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn potentially. Dark-haired potentially. Somebody that they worked with potentially. Or they were at a crossroads as to whether they should approach this other individual. But there was somebody else, I feel, for some of you guys around the ex. And that's why the 7 of Cups is the potential for you to have a second chance with this person. Things are up in the air. Because I feel that this X is strength, holds back with the strength energy. Also, it could be that this X has overcome. Strength card means to overcome. Overcome the obstacle of the Three of Swords, of the heartbreak. That this X is in a place of acceptance. So I feel that right now, to be perfectly honest with you, the Seven of Cups is saying that this is really at the moment out of reach. Because this X is either holding back because of the Three of Swords. Third party could be this person here. Or holds back because there was tumultuous energy in the relationship. You had differences of opinion. There was heartbreak and pain. Let's quickly get this reading again. It's a really interesting reading. This is the how does your ex feel about you reading, Sagittarius. In their life right now, this person looks like they're entering into a new phase of positivity with the Ten of Cups. It looks like they've accomplished something within their life within the Ten of Cups energy. Ten of Cups is about accomplishment. It looks like they're emotionally settled. They're emotionally satisfied, content. I feel it's because there was a problem here with the Eight of Swords that they have overcome through ideas, rational thinking and implementation with the King of Swords. Their strengths are the Ace of Cups, their ability to forgive, their ability to heal as an individual. Some of them, these exes might have been betrayed, betrayed by a partner, a working partner. Three of Coins represents a business partner, so they might have been betrayed by a business partner. They might have been betrayed in a business team, for example, with the Three of Coins energy. They might have been betrayed in a project that they were working on. But they found the ability to heal. Their weakness, I feel, is another individual. It's either that they are lacking intuition on what direction to take. Might be that they've been offered, Knight of Cups, a new position with the Eight of Pentacles. Don't know which direction to take in their lives. This is something that's external to you. Or it could be that there's another individual, a High Priestess. She would usually be quite sneaky. So there's another individual for some of you guys here is their weakness. Because they've been offered with the Knight of Cups the potential to work on a new relationship with the Eight of Coins. How do they feel about you? Well, they feel spiritual, social, emotional lack with the Five of Coins. Because I feel for them, emotional contentment, building a relationship with you, Sagittarius, for some of these exes. They felt very distant concerning that. They weren't particularly emotionally connected. The High Priestess is not known as a card about emotional connections. Or it could be because they're feeling happy with another individual, a High Priestess, a secret person. Could be here. She shows up twice. How do you feel about them? Well, I think that you're still in love. The Lover's energy. I still feel that you feel a very strong emotional bond, connection to this person. Because I think that you've been dreaming with the Seven of Cups. That this person will present you with the Page of Pentacles. With a commitment. Present you with an offer with that Page of Pentacles. That perhaps they want to commit and settle down with you. But it's a dream, I think, for some of you guys in this area. What are the strengths of the relationship? Well, I think the strengths were all you. You were willing to wait to the ends of the earth with that Seven of Coins. Because I feel that there was a very strong attachment, a very strong attraction that you couldn't break. A very strong tie with the devil that you couldn't break. Because you were very, very connected with this individual. This was pure love for some of you guys. And it was difficult for you to break that connection. And that's why the strength of this relationship was you. Being able to wait till the ends of the earth. But what was the weakness in the relationship? Well, it was them, Four of Wands. But also getting this relationship to a successful stage. To get an initial breakthrough in this relationship with that Four of Wands. Because I think that this ex was either from afar looking to present something to someone else, or they were at a little bit of a crossroads concerning another individual. And therefore, the potential for you to reconcile, well, I feel it's out of reach at the moment with this Seven of Cups energy. Because the ex is possibly with the Strength energy. Holding back because of this third party. Queen of Pentacles, Aka, High Priestess here, High Priestess here. or they're holding back strength energy because of the problems that they anticipate or had in the relationship with you, with the Three of Swords. Who they are in their life, who are they as a person, the overall analysis of the ex. They're the Eight of Swords reversed. They need their freedom. They don't like to be in chains. They're very clear on that with the Eight of Swords energy in the reverse. Because this person has been deeply intuiting and thinking about creating fortune, creating luck. They're thinking about what their destiny is out in the world. And they're very motivated to create a very positive, a very prosperous, a very lucky existence with this Wheel of Fortune out in the big wide world. That's why they don't want to be held back. That's why they need their freedom. But I think it's only concerning you because there's somebody else here that they were interested in, I feel. I think in some way, shape or form, the ex felt that you held them back in some way, shape or form, Sagittarius. Because the obstacles to reconciling with this ex are, this person feels at peace. Nine of Wands in the reverse. They do feel at peace, I feel. Because they were always having to defend themselves, possibly against arguments with the Eight of Wands. Could also be that they're wishing to block communicating with you, because the Five of Wands is a card about blocking and the Eight of Wands is about communication. So this person possibly doesn't want to communicate at the moment, but also they feel at peace because there were arguments, possibly attacks and arguments that they were needing to always fight off concerning you, i.e. maybe you'd phone and say, where have you been? Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I think that this person's kind of had enough of that and they feel at peace not having to deal with that energy. If you were to come back together with the ex, well, the overall outcome would be the Hanged Man. This can also be an ending card, or severance, or being in limbo, not really knowing where the relationship is. Because this ex would stop working. Seven of Coins showing here. It shows somebody who's put a lot of pentacles on the tree, but now he's tired and he's taking a bit of a break in order to do some inner reflection. So I see this person as putting the work in, but then taking a break as if to take some inner time to inner reflect with the Hanged Man and to decide, is this something that I want? So I see you being in limbo because this person still wouldn't give you an answer here. And therefore the overall outcome for if this ex returned, what should you do, Sagittarius? You would need to ask them a few questions, the Three of Coins. You'd really need to find out whether they can give you any value. What can they do for you? What can they present to you in this relationship? Maybe you and a friend need to kind of suss this person out. Because it could be that they end up rejecting you and hurting you. Or that they've done this. They've rejected you with the Seven of Wands and hurt you with the Five of Cups. So you'd really need to do this like it was a business transaction. Not go with your heart, but go with your head. Okay, that is your reading, Sagittarius. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.